Hi, and welcome to our class for today. Today we'll be looking at email marketing hacks for 2022. Now, for a couple of reasons. Now, because we have been seeing a lot of people and brands, companies coming back to email marketing. Why? Because it works. It works. Now, but another reason we have been noticing this is because social media has been failing. Social media has not really been what we thought it's going to be. We're expecting it to be the messiah and save us from what's email marketing, or save us from all the stress of other types of marketing. But then it did not really deliver on that promise, because as we have seen, Facebook and Twitter and the other social media platforms around, you can just wake up and realize that they are gone. The accounts they have grown for days or for years is off the platform, and there is nothing you can do about it. Okay, so now in 2022, if you are considering to go into email marketing, which is the right consideration, which is the right step, then we'll be looking at, in this video, we'll be talking about ways you can do it, hacks or tips that you need if you want to be successful. Now, we'll be categorizing them into two, right? There's a surface level integrations, and then there's the depth integrations. The surface level integrations and the depth integrations. Now, in surface level integrations, we'll be talking about email marketing and SMS. Email marketing and SMS, or short message service, as you can call them. Now, you can notice that if you check now while you are here, think about your habit with SMS. How do you relate with SMS? Which do you think is a much easier way for people to reach you? Which do you think is a much easier way for you to connect with someone? Now, while email marketing is personal, we also know that SMS is more personal. Yeah, you get the point. It's easy for someone to connect with you with SMS, because you feel like SMS is not, your number is not really out there, and brands have not particularly used it for marketing, so you are more open to receiving from it. That's to connecting or communicating with someone with your SMS. Now, another reason why you as a brand should use it is because it gives immediate delivery. So you send it, and within a minute it's already in the person's inbox. Unlike email, which probably because of network or something like that, probably the person has turned off his data. And the reason is that so the next point is it costs less than SMS, or it costs less than email rather. Now, when we are talking about less cost, we are talking about both financial cost and scale cost. Because anybody sends an SMS. Everybody sends an SMS. Your grandmother can send an SMS. Your newborn child can send an SMS. But you cannot say the same for email. Okay. Now, another reason is because of differentiation. So, it sets you apart. There are not many companies doing it. There are not many companies in your industry doing it. So you doing it makes you different. People can connect with you faster. You are different, basically. Now, another reason is the open rates. It has an incredibly amazing open rates. Everybody reads the SMS. Even if they don't read it, I open it to read, but they see everything that's in the SMS. You get? So it comes up as a notification. They read it. Sometimes they might click or does not click, depending on the type of copy you use. Now, another reason is because of the connectivity. Okay, like we mentioned earlier, connectivity. Now, so how do we use SMS? Now, when you are getting people's email, do well to get their phone numbers also. It's simple. On your pop-up form or on your landing page or whatever you're using, get their phone numbers, and when you're sending them any email, you also send them a corresponding text message. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Now, if you're an e-commerce brand, you can use this to send other confirmations that they're tracking order. You can use it to get their feedbacks. You can use it to get discounts and promotions and all that. Yeah, so that's for SMS. Now the second integration that I'll be talking about is, guess what? Push notifications. Email marketing and push notifications. Now, the only caveat with this is that obviously you need to have an app, a mobile app, okay? But if you have, my God, it's amazing. Now, so what you can do, even if you don't have an app at the moment, you can develop an app and then convince your people through email or through social media or through whatever means, and tell them to download the app. Now, apps are way better than websites, okay? Because if someone took the stress of downloading your app on his phone, he's a more committed follower, he's a more committed customer. Apart from that, apps give you way better click-through rates. So you send a notification. Obviously, you need to segment. That is something you need to do when you have an app. You need to segment. Has this person bought from you before? What did this person buy? Can you cross-sell or upsell? What are the things you can do? And things like that. So use your apps. Develop an app and use it to send push notifications. Now, for example, we have seen places where people got even more than 30% increase in their profit just because they have an app. Why? Because the person who will go the extent of downloading your app will go the extent of buying from you. And then there are many ways to develop apps these days that are cheap. Yeah, there are many ways to develop apps that are cheap. Okay, now the next thing is email marketing and WhatsApp marketing. WhatsApp marketing has been growing in the last 2 years, especially if you're in Nigeria, right? Now I know that people from all over the world are going to be watching this, but then if you're from Nigeria, you must have noticed the increased craze for WhatsApp marketing. Yeah. Now, why? Because WhatsApp marketing is almost like email marketing. WhatsApp marketing is always like email marketing. So you can segment, you can send them messages, you can send up, push up status that will attract them. Because status works. WhatsApp status, they work. It works because of curiosity. People want to know what you're up to. Even as a brand, people want to know what is this brand up to, what are they offering, who are they, okay? But then another vital reason that WhatsApp marketing seems to be better than email marketing is because there's an increased know, like, and trust value. Yeah, so it's easier for people to work with you, to know you, to like you, and to trust you on WhatsApp than on email, because they can see your picture, they can see what you're up to today. WhatsApp marketing is like social media marketing and email marketing combined together. Yeah. So, and funny enough, WhatsApp is a very, very big, very big platform. Okay, so and the only two platforms that are bigger than it are Facebook and YouTube. So how do you work with WhatsApp marketing? You can drive people from your email, you can drive people from Facebook ads, you can drive people from your social media to connect with you on WhatsApp. Now, especially if you're already an authority, or you're already garnering trust and followers, you can say, hi, I want a few people to connect with me on WhatsApp. Now, when you say you want a few people to connect with you on WhatsApp, it increases the urgency. People want to connect with you on WhatsApp. They want to get every single thing you are talking about on WhatsApp. But then when you drive them to WhatsApp, you know that you can offer them freebies, entertain them, and sell to them more. Okay, so yeah, that is for WhatsApp. Other reasons why it should be done is low cost maintenance. You don't have to pay a charge, a monthly charge, unlike when you're using email marketing platforms. The only point where you get to pay such is when you're using an autoresponder. Okay, whereas I think one of these days, one of our next posts will be on how to use autoresponders, how to use WhatsApp marketing, and all that. Okay, so another reason is because of the real-time chat. Yeah, so people can chat with you faster on WhatsApp and so on. All right, let's go on to depth integration. So depth integrations are things that you can do on email marketing to get more success. That's things you can do strictly on your emails to get more success. Okay, now the first one is compel more. See, you cannot afford to not have a good copy, right? Everywhere it sells, they are selling to people literally everywhere, on their phone, on the laptop, on books, on billboards. People are now averse to buying. Okay, now you need to be more compelling. This is 2022. Okay, so I've dropped a sample email converting sequence that I developed for an e-commerce brand. You can go through it and learn from it. Now, the next thing you can do, or the next thing you should do, is to use stories. Okay, use stories. Stories, they break down people's logical barriers. All right, they break down people's logical barriers. They make it easier to connect with them. So people are looking for why should they buy from you. But then when you connect to the emotional side, they answer that question themselves, even without you answering it for them. Okay, now the next thing is to make them want more. See, I know that in email we are told to have only one thing that you are selling, which is actually the next point. Have only one thing that you're selling. But even in making them to have only one thing they are selling, you can put in the mindset in their head. You can put in this desire in their head, and it does not necessarily, the thing you can make them to want does not necessarily have to be a product. You can make them to want to see your face. You can make them to want to open your next email. You can make them to want to connect with you. You can make them to want to buy more, upsell. Okay, make them want more. Don't just stop at one thing. There's something called the Benjamin Franklin effect. It states that when you give, you want to give. That's not literally how you said it, but giving, what the Benjamin Franklin effect says is that if you give me one, you like me more, and you are most likely to give me the second time. Okay, so if someone buys from you once, they are more open to buy more from you. All right, now the next point is that you should have a maximum of 2 call to actions per mail. Have a maximum of 2 call to actions per mail. Okay, yeah, don't tell them to visit this site and then tell them to visit another site right inside that same email. It's going to confuse them. Now, the only exception to this rule is if you're a news creation site. News creation in the sense that you are gathering data from different places and then you are collating it for your subscribers. Yeah. Now, the next thing is, it's not all about data. It's not all about data. Use your gut sense. Read wide. Go through a lot of marketing and human psychology podcasts and videos like this one, and then develop your intuition to know more. So you don't only dwell on data. You don't only dwell on what's on the numbers. The numbers are important. Numbers don't lie, but you also need to incorporate life into the numbers. Okay? Now, the next thing is encourage feedback. Encourage feedback or encourage responses. Make them to respond better to you. Alright? Let them respond to you. One of the things I like to do is in my first email. Okay, so for example, you can try it on our site. In the first email you will get, it's ask a question. I ask a question and I tell you to respond back. Now, it creates more connection. That is one. Two, it tells the mailing platforms that these people are friends. So when next you send them an email, it does not land in the promotional or the spam folder. It lands where you want it to land, in the real inbox. Okay? And the next thing you can do, another thing you can do is to encourage shares. Encourage them to share your mail. Encourage them to share your discounts. You can give affiliates. If you are selling a product, you can give affiliates. Send them affiliate links so that when they send their friends to buy, when they invite their friends to buy from you, they get a cut of the fee. That's if you're selling something. If you're not selling something, encourage them to share with their friends. Okay. Now that brings us to the last part, and this is me encouraging you to share this video or the written part of it, which is the blog. I will drop the link to the blog on the description. Now, the encouragement is to share it with someone. Share it with someone. Share it with your boss, your staff, your friends, your business. But most importantly, subscribe and see you next time.